This is the story of House of Ashes. The story opens with a flashback. We learn that King Naram's sin desecrated a temple and has been cursed. His henchman Balathu has been tasked with killing Guti and Karam as a sacrifice to appease the gods. However, it is too late. The demons have overrun and killed the god king Naram's sin. Balathu and Karam have to try and work together to escape the temple. It doesn't go very well. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, letting me know what you think of the story so far. The story jumps forward to Iraq in 2003, where a team of elite soldiers, headed up first by Rachel King and then her husband Eric King. They are going into a local village to search for what they believe to be a weapon silo used by Hussein. Rachel, we find out, has been having an affair with fellow soldier who is struggling with PTSD after an incident that isn't yet explained. When they arrive, they find only shepherds with humble huts decorated with religious symbols. The Iraqi forces, led by Dar, arrive to counter the American presence, and it ends with a messy firefight with casualties on both sides. Around then, the ensuing firefight causes an earthquake, which causes the ground to start rumbling under their feet, and the members both fall into the temple through sand pits in the floor. Here, the team is separated and assaulted on all sides by monsters and each other. Nick and Salim are the first of each side to see them, but neither are believed about what they saw. The story flits between the different teams in their attempts to survive, find each other, and escape the temple, with varying results. Whilst doing this, the teams discover artifacts and documents confirming that they aren't the first to find this place. A team of explorers back in the 1900s found this place under the false pretenses of an aristocrat. Their team began to discover the foul nature of the temple and its inhabitants, including their ability to affect others, an important fact for later. However, they all met a grisly fate, and all that's left behind is their bodies, their bones, and their notes. There are a number of difficult decisions to make, and the potential to kill the main characters in multiple ways is very, very high. We begin to learn more about the individual characters as they break off into teams. Salim, who doesn't want to fight anymore and holds no ill will to the Americans. He understands that they need as many people as possible to escape. Nick, who's been having an affair with Rachel for 3 weeks now, was involved in a firefight on a bridge, where he had to make the decision to kill an innocent woman, a decision that still haunts him. Eric, who was in a car accident with Rachel previously and lost his leg because of it, wants to rekindle his relationship with her, but she is less keen. Jason, who is the picture of patriotism, fights because of 9/11 and clings to brotherhood tightly. Rachel, who is estranged from her husband, who she still feels guilt about because of the accident but no love towards. She's in a new relationship but hasn't yet told Eric. She tries to, but there's a lot happening. Finally, Clarice, who we haven't seen in a long time. We find out she was dragged into the pit of the monsters, but has unfortunately been infected. She manages to cling to life, just about, and saves Rachel, who falls into that same pit. The troop eventually regather and have to work together to face a sudden horde of the demons, and a highly aggressive immortal. Some of the team escape and others are wounded. Clarice is left behind as the group believes she's too far gone. Salim and Jason are chased by the demons and go deeper underground, coming across a cavern filled with advanced architecture and fossilized bones of the monsters. This is where they find the nest, a massive cluster of thousands of cocoons, and it all kicks off for them from there. It fades out back to Rachel and Alex, who meet up and embrace after the fight, but are given a rude awakening by the track star immortal who chases them down. But they magically manage to escape after some breathing exercises. Back to Salim and Jason. Some of the cocoons begin to hatch and chase them deeper. Thankfully, Rachel show up in the nick of time to help. The group run to an underground cavern filled with alien tech. This is where we find out that the monsters are actually aliens from a different star system who used to be a peaceful race that communicated with music, before the parasites in this place corrupted them. Here the group put together a plan to bomb the nest, with Alex volunteering to plant the bombs. What follows is a nerve-wracking exercise in patience as he navigates the maze with help and plants the bombs. All of that whilst being followed by an immortal and multiple now awakening monsters. The group detonate when things start to get hairy, and as they're running away from the explosion, Salim gets separated. Rachel encourages everyone to leave, knowing that it was Salim who shot and killed Eric. However, Jason resists because of brotherhood and Semper Fi. He saves Salim with a few close calls, including an epic javelin-esque throw from Salim. They're finally on their way out when, wouldn't you believe it, Clarice, a full zombie at this point, jumps out of a waterfall, forcing Rachel to go full "This is Sparta" on her with a boot to the face. They escape the hellhole thanks to a handy giant statue that has totally been there the whole time, but as is the nature of this story, a mystical eclipse happens, allowing a horde of the alien monsters to pour out of the hole and begin their assault on the remaining group members. They're driven into a shepherd's hut where they are left with little ammo, flagging health and some flares to fight the monsters. And also a really determined Trackstar immortal. Until the sun rises. The sun rises and the team are finally rescued.
There, it's the assault team.
But not before being sequestered by skeptical government agents looking for tissue samples. The game ends with the scientists confirming that no one else will ever know this even happened.
What do you make of it all?
Doesn't matter what I think. Only thing that matters is controlling the flow of information. As far as the world knows, not a damn thing happened here.
And that is the full story of House of Ashes. Join me again in the future for the next installment. But don't forget to like, subscribe and comment to let me know what story you want me to explain next. I hope you have a very lovely day. I hope you've enjoyed this dramatic retelling. But most importantly of all, you do you.